Hi guys, hope everybody is doing really well. This is the majority of the good spanners I've picked up in the last sort of 6 weeks or so, looking all around. So I'll show you what I picked up, why I bought them, and where I got them from. So yeah, I think I've done rather well actually. I've picked up some really nice examples. Spent a lot of money, but I've picked up a few really nice examples in the last 6 weeks, or 5 weeks since I made the last video. So the first thing I want to show you. Oh, and I also got an amazing piece of advertising, which I'm going to show you, an original advertisement after this as well. So hang on for that. So the first thing I bought is this Timmins monkey wrench, very early, like 1860s or so. I've not got the book, so I don't know the exact dates. I've not got it with me. This is a very early Timmins wrench, absolute beauty. Let's have a look at how big it is. It is a 9-inch, which is a lovely spanner, 9-inch. And I do have two of these. These are extremely rare. I've got this one here, which is a 7.5-inch, and I've got this tiny little 3-inch version here as well. So I've got three versions of this very early Timmins monkey wrench, circa, I think it's 1840s actually, 1840s or so, very, very early. So I was quite pleased to pick that up. The chap posted it in my Facebook group, and I asked if I could buy it or swap it, and he agreed to sell it me, and he posted it, and I think it's a beauty, so I'm very grateful. And it's probably the best spanner I've picked up here, what I've known, maybe close to anyway. The next thing is an eBay lot, which had a few other bits and bobs. I've not shown you those because they're just junk. But we got two very lovely spanners in one eBay lot. This is the Popular, which is a Lucas spanner from about 1890, and it's very similar to the Gyro, is it? Gyrip or something. No, the Grip. The Popular and the Grip. So this is a very nice early Lucas spanner. So I've got a very small collection of Lucas, but these two definitely are the star examples. So I was really pleased to get that one. And I also got a lovely J. Asprey's and Patent spanner. Now this is a beautiful spanner. I do already have it though. I've got two sizes of this. I think they made 4 sizes at least, but I've got two. I'm not sure which is better condition. I think this one's a bit pitted, but it's also in very, very nice condition. This is the one I had previous. Two beautiful examples, and then I have a bigger version, an 8-inch. So 2 6-inch and 1 8-inch, but I'm very delighted to have that because it's a very nice spanner. I did pick up this other Asprey, which was my friend John posted it in one of my Facebook groups. This is a J. Asprey, and my good friend my good friend Nash Rathbone found this one, and he actually made a thumbnail, but it doesn't grip and it's quite pitted. Well, I found a very fantastic example, not exactly the same. This has got the meat on the back of the spanner, and this has the meat on the front of the spanner, and this has a chamfered jaw, and this has a solid jaw, you can see here, and it's a bit heavier built, this wrench, but this one works absolutely wonderfully. Solid grip. So the concept does work, but this one maybe has seen too much action and it's just not quite gripping as it should do. Both J. Asprey's and Son, and these are the only two of this design I've ever seen. So really, really pleased to pick that up. What a beautiful example of an Asprey's, which is one of my favorite manufacturers. So yeah, 2 examples. Now I think this was the first design because it's the same shape of this. Like, this is the same chamfered head as this design, but it's got the, so I think this was an original, and then they've realized there's issues with it, and they've decided to stick on the front here, weld a piece on, and make a different mechanism. So I think this is earlier than this, and because this is the most common design, and this one is certainly rarer, so I think this is possibly an earlier version of this. But I was really, really pleased with that. Beautiful examples, so I was quite pleased with that. So the next thing I bought this a long time ago at the last auction I went to, and the chap posted it me. This is a Gyrip which is you can adjust it with a gripping mechanism in the handle. Now there's two designs of that. I have both designs. Let me see if I can find you the, not that one, this one. Yeah, so there's two designs. This is the other design, and this one is a mechanic's handle. This one is a new leather design, both the same head, but obviously this one has the longer reach to get in the engine compartment to crank the nut. So I was quite pleased to find that one, a really nice example. That'll go in the collection. Now I found a lovely Leech. This was, I think this was an eBay purchase, the Leech, British made. Very nice adjustable spanner. Works really well. I've cleaned it up because it was a bit pitty, dirty. I do already have this design here, but it's always nice to have another example, especially in this wonderful condition. Absolutely wonderful, beautiful. So really, really nice. So that'll go in the collection. Another Leech. I picked up this pipe wrench. I think it's French. The Olbo. Quick adjust, and obviously you can adjust the mechanism. I do already have this design, but mine has a hole drilled through the center of it, so that's the reason why I decided to go for this one. So apart from the hole, I think this one's writing's a bit sharper, but possibly it's just paint in there what's making it look a bit dull. But yeah, both obviously painted black, so that must be standard from the factory. This one looks like it's had a replacement brass pin as well at some point, a repair job, which is always nice to see. So yeah, so another example. I got this fantastic of my pipe wrench, cylinder wrench. It has a manufacturer. I can't quite read the name of it. It looks like it says there to me, Naz, and then Cook. See the K? Something Cook, but I don't know, I can't read it. But this is a very early type of cylinder wrench. I've got this one here, which is a Matheson's, but basically the same thing. This one's a 9-inch, the one I have previously off my buddy John, and this one is 11.5-inch. So it's quite a long one, 11.5-inch, so I was quite pleased with that. The next thing, but certainly not last, I got this lovely Abingdon Okiba King Dick. But what's really interesting, it's got like a pipe, it's a pipe wrench. So it's got pipe adjust. Now I do have one, which is this one here, which has got the flat jaw Okiba, but I've never seen one with the teeth on it. So this is maybe possibly a pipe wrench version of an Okiba. So same pattern, same design, really, really cool. But I was really pleased with that. I only got this week because this would have been maybe a nice example to go in my good friend Buddy's new book, which I'm going to show you soon as well. So absolutely fantastic. And then last but not least, we've got this one here, which I bought from France. This is an Acer Express or something, L Express or something. I can't read it, but anyway, it's got a quick adjust. It's got a thumb wheel here to adjust it up or down. Then there's a quick adjust mechanism which you can slide it across, then put that back, and then you can use the thumb wheel to adjust, fine adjust. So it's a quick adjust and then a thumb wheel up, and I thought that was fantastic. So very cheaply made, but I've never seen that design before. A fantastic design, so I was quite pleased with that. So yeah, so that brings ahead of my recent purchases of adjustable spanners. I think I've done very well, considerably well, considering I got some really unusual examples, especially, that's the wrong one, especially this wonderful Asprey in great condition, and this very early Timmins 1840s monkey wrench. Definitely my highlights, but they're all good spanners. And I don't know if I already showed you this. I got a Van Dooley's number 2, made in Birmingham, 1907. I always pick these up. It's not the best condition, but I can't help myself. I just like, it's one of my favorite designs ever. Right, I'll show you the wonderful piece of advertising, which I'm super pleased about, and then we'll get off. All right, see you in a sec. Right guys, so the items I want to show you which are advertising is this absolutely wonderful BSA spanner gun finish quality spanner advertisement for the engineer, motorist and cyclist, Birmingham Small Arms Company Limited, which I think is just fantastic. And it's a BSA spanner, and it's about 15 inches by about 6 inches across, and it's an original advertising card. At the back of it's got a stand. I took it out, but it's in a frame, and I've left it in the frame to protect it. And I thought that was an absolutely wonderful original, probably 1920s or so advertisement, you know. So I was really pleased with that. I'll also show you a couple of advertisements my friend made. So my friend has made these two wonderful advertising. Now these are brand new. He photoshopped the images. It's got a Paramo Vice, genuine Paramo Vice, heavy duty, and then he's done a Woden. He also did me a record one, and Dave his name is, and he's on my Tool Addict Facebook group, and he's made probably at least a dozen signs now for different tool manufacturing companies. So if you've got a display and you want a sign, it's very good. The laminated sort of plastic with aluminium either side, they don't rust, you can put them outside. I thought they're really cool, so I'm going to put them behind my tool display, which I'll show you now. So I'm not set up yet because I'm going to make a proper display, but this is a record vice stand, and he made me a wonderful record. Let me show you that one. He made me a wonderful record display, which that will go behind it, just over there. And he also made a Woden one, which will go for the Woden one. And here I have a Paramo Vice stand, and the Paramo go behind it. So when it's set up, at the minute it's a mess, but when I set my workshop up in the back to be more of a display area, they will go behind there, and I think it'll look rather good. All right, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.